Cooperstown, New York, the location of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Here we're able to recognize and be consumed by memories, dreams, and personal experiences currently and those of our childhood and youth, maybe from televised games, staying up late, listening to games on the radio, sharing those special times with a favorite famous broadcaster, or maybe some personally live experience witnessed in person at the nearest park or historic park, maybe a family vacation or a road trip perhaps. The Hall of Fame is so symbolic of several hopes and dreams coming together, a meshing of the players, managers, and the general public. A celebration and recognition of such eagerness to compete and to do the ordinary things for so long better than everyone else. We remember maybe a favorite player's swing, throwing, or fielding habits, and then put those styles together in creative endeavor out in the backyard, the sandlot, the playground, or in competition. The styles of play that we were able to connect with and took personally in defeat and success. Maybe we remember the competitor that always went up against our team that now has a plaque up in the Hall of Fame. The always pesky, tough out, the guy who you never wanted to see come to the plate with the game on the line year after year. The guy that could pick anything and make a throw from anywhere. The guy whose precision wore our team's batters down at the plate, bat after at bat. Or the opposing manager that could always keep his team together to assault your team's game plan. Cooperstown, our connection to a player's and team style of play, and a great celebration of our pastime and the game's pastime. It's here in Cooperstown that we come together to celebrate more than just individual accomplishment, as we come together to forever celebrate the tradition and torch these players and teams carried on from an older era and age and inspirationally passed along to current and future generations. Their individual recognition represents their hard, fearless, all-out play. Their determination to make the team better won as a unification, commitment, and trustworthiness of the team and trustworthy system made everyone better and look good, as everyone believed that everyone else was doing their own job. The ability of individuals to stand up as leaders, to raise the bar higher, developed a team-oriented culture, to raise the bar higher by forming a level of accountability and trust that everyone would play the game the right way with all-out efforts, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and not let their teammates down. Cooperstown houses these ageless stories and timely truths and stories of the game's beloved history so that we can come together to reminisce, celebrate, cherish, respect, and never forget those that went out on a limb to defy the ordinary, labels and comparison, and the acceptance of mediocrity and the status quo to push the intensity and style with which the game was played to another level, knowing full well that their efforts were expected to be as courageously consistent and repeatable in comparison to those that they previously gave. The memories that Cooperstown hosts pass along these stories of survival and life as inspirational, connective ways for other players and the general public to see the success that lies within using personal gifts to the fullest. A trust in the cause, not the effect nor results. What a team and community concept of people from all eras and ages coming together to continue to celebrate commitment and devotion to the fundamentals. What a great commonality between these people, bound and deeply rooted in a trust, faith, and confidence that cherishes the journey, adventure, and process, not the end result. The memories, stories, and history that Cooperstown meshes is a celebratory representation of true professionalism, a relentless, eager, and obsessive adaptability of defying the aging process, and responsibility doing the tasks required to use and hone the skills needed for survival amongst the community. Cooperstown is a result of the process and is a reward to those willing to stay rooted to the fundamentals despite outside distractions in a constantly changing world, society, and culture that affects their thoughts, actions, habits, movement patterns, and lifestyle from the geographical environments that form them. Cooperstown represents a culture of dreams and minds that acted to minimize distractions and simply the game, a devotion to the game that acted to mentally, emotionally, and physically control themselves, to act in the best, most responsive manner possible for the entirety of their careers. Cooperstown from the surface displays individual honors, but promotes the team and celebrates the art of using your gifts to the best of your ability. As a trustworthy system that teammates and coaches forms makes everyone better. The Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown houses baseball stories, the game story, their story, our story, history. The Baseball Hall of Fame, what a huge melting pot of ideas, stories, styles, and lives that we can all share in. The Hall of Fame is where the baseball world celebrates childhood and adults' dreams to perform the unthinkable and undoable. Diversity displays many uniquely different styles and stories that have formed our thoughts, actions, habits, lifestyles, and movement patterns from diverse geographical and cultural environments, maybe from all over the country and world. These athletes use movement as their language and have continually refined it with interactive learning from the diverse game and their diverse teammates. These athletes we celebrate as a coming together party with similar intents: to get better, to have fun, and to learn about each other's styles, stories, ways of moving, and means of survival. It represents coming together to use the power within themselves as a team to think and act differently than everyone else, to bounce ideas off each other through creative, experimentative adventure. They use their differences to their aid and benefit to help form a community to do what others are unable and unwilling to do, to be relentless with their genuine passions, commitments, and dedications as leaders, teachers, educators, coaches, and students while constantly surfing the role reversal process. Athletes elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame are subconscious professional learners and experimenters. They are the best at adapting, making adjustments, learning, experimenting, and realizing through their sense of touch and feel and experimentation what will work the best oftentimes without really even thinking about it. They are recognized for their learning, consistency, efficiency, repeatability, and adaptability to chaotic and constantly changing situations and environments over a longer period of time than the vast majority of their past, present, and future peers. They are the most devoted learners and the best at the highest level in their field for a reason, like all others that don a major league uniform, but to a higher degree. They use movement and skilled athleticism as their language and means of communication, as they are professional experimenters that aren't afraid to make mistakes. They make adjustments better than anyone else, and through their aggressive, competitive nature continue to build upon their skills, often with ways that words can't describe. So what about the players and coaches that aren't there? Hall of Famers in Cooperstown represent all players of all time, from yesterday and before, as much as they do that of today and tomorrow and how the game has been intended to be played. When a uniform is put on, a pair of cleats laced up, a bat swung, bases ran, a ball thrown, and a ball fielded, the tradition of baseball is represented and respected. For all who have the opportunity to play baseball at any level, you represent something far much greater than yourself.